this is what the energy outcome of the coil is. And here, just the information about the clinical protocols. They can have between 600 and 3,000 single pulses. For depression, the standard is 3,000 pulses, and it only differs how you verteilen, how you.
Warte.
Yeah.
Wann?
One second. Okay.
Jetzt will ich in Französisch. Distribute.
How you distribute. How you distribute these 3,000 pulses. Either you distribute it within 30 minutes, right, or you distribute it within 3 minutes. So there are a variation of depression protocols. We will later inform you about what is currently the state of the knowledge, which protocols are the one which are most effective right now, because it's still ongoing research, and every day there are new findings. Mm-hmm. But again, the knowledge right now, since a couple of years, is quite stable. But there is still, maybe in 1 or 2 years, we will find out, okay, there is a better protocol, which maybe has a better efficiency at a certain disease. So it's an evolving process. But 3,000 pulses, wie heißt das Wort nochmal?
Distribute.
Distributed within a certain time length. This is the standard amount for depression treatment.
For just depression treatment or for all treatments?
Well, good question again. For the activation, so for the suppression, it's a completely different game, of course, yeah. Okay. But for the neuropathic pain, I would ask Katharina, because she's way more into that field.
I have to look. I don't know it.
Okay, you know what? We Katharina, yeah, we do this later when we make the hands-on. Okay, we'll come back to this. All right, then how to set up protocols? Yeah, I think we will. We have this already in depth. How to set up there. Okay. Here I think this is a good sentence for you to just read this later. Yeah, when you are at home. One thing from that maybe is important. Treatment was fixed at 100% magnetic field intensity relative to the patient's observed resting motor threshold at a repetition rate of 10 magnetic pulses a second, with a stimulus train duration of 4 seconds and an inter-train interval of 26 seconds. Okay, what does it say? You have 4 seconds where pulses are created. Then you have 26 seconds of pause, and then you have again 4 seconds where pulses are emitted. We have spoken about why are these pauses important? Because without pauses, if you would continuously stimulate the brain, the brain would shut down, and therefore this is not what we want. We want and with this setup, 4-second stimulation at 10 hertz, you need exactly 37.5 minutes to create a total of 3,000 pulses. Okay. But again, this is already in the protocol, but it's good to know. Yeah. Okay.
Does it enter the time off? Does it depend on the person, or is it like a set 20 seconds?
It depends on the protocol. So there are some major studies, and most of the time these protocols are a result of a major study. And so one of the studies, they they tried that protocol and had positive results. So out of that study, that protocol was then created. And there are another study which had also a different protocol. For example, maybe 8 seconds pause, 2 seconds. So this is another. So there are Bloomberg, but we will speak about the protocols later in detail. So that's how these protocols came along. And then it's a very interesting question. Okay, which protocol should I use? All right, and this is something. It is not so that you can say, okay, this is the best protocol, and that so it is individually. This is something which the user of the system. Okay, maybe he has 2 or 3 protocols, okay, and then he see, I start with protocol 1, I start, let's say, on the left side. If I see positive results, and normally when it's working, and the patient is then the positive outcomes are very fast, meaning after 1 or 2 sessions, the patient will send feedback, okay, hey, I'm feeling better. the
so
clouds are disappearing, yeah? And so you stick with this protocol, and you stick with this positioning. If you find out maybe after 3 or 4 sessions that there is no positive feedback whatsoever from the patient, you could then have some options. You could either change the site, yeah? Because that's possible. You could either stimulate here or here. This is the first thing I would do, to change the site and give it 2 more, 3 more tries. And it could be because it's not working on every patient. You have about 40%, correct me if I'm wrong, 40% of the patients you will receive excellent results, and with the other 60% not. But this is the same with the medication. You give them antidepressiva, and 30-40% they respond in a way, and they're quite positive, and the other ones they didn't. And then so just to be sure, I would change the site, and then I would also change the protocol. So this is the reason why do we have different protocols? Because there have been different major studies with you creating these protocols. Okay. How to set up? Yeah. Okay. Here is a little, if you like, a little calculation. Let me see. We skip this, okay. And we will make now a little coffee break. Because this was quite some heavy stuff. If you like, you can have some pretzels. And
what's that?
Some
pretzels.
Water. Pretzel
this
is
typical,
like,
unique.
This is very Bavarian. So it's a bread.
Bagels. It's a pretzel.
Pretzel. But this is pretzel. We in Bavaria, we believe that we are the creator of the pretzel.
I see. I have a question, like back to this last question. If you change, can you change the position and the volt, or just change the
you
position
could change,
and the hertz?
You could change both. Yes. And you could even if you see because sometimes it's really there are obviously some patients, maybe let's say roughly the half of it you don't get a positive result. Okay, that's it. But I think you will. The chances are high that if you start with one protocol on one side of treatment, and then you have, let's say, 5 of them who are not responding from 10, then try with these 5 the other side and try a different protocol, and maybe you get 1 or 2 exactly. So it's worth trying it.
But it's same even in the clinical setting. Doctors, when they give you something, they try something else.
Exactly.
Same way.
Exactly.
Same way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
what
it's very late. I have overthrown my time.
So, was war denn der? Ich hab
Also das war jetzt eigentlich, wir sind jetzt bei 11:30 Uhr.
geguckt.
Und
Das war schon.
ich bin jetzt, also dann lassen wir das hier weg.